This is the Bedwars we all know and love today. And this is also Bedwars, just 14 years ago. Back then, Bedwars had no diamonds, emeralds, and was run on a redstone map.
Huh?
Sounds crazy, right? I thought so too. So today, I researched about Bedwars history, to how it was first made, to how this random German server became the most popular Bedwars map, to its rise onto Hypixel, to where it currently stands today. On December 6, 2012, popular YouTuber and creator Exumavoid will release the first ever version of Bedwars, available to be played on a custom-made map with friends. Rush, as it was called, was simple but yet fun. Teams would buy resources such as blocks, armor, and weapons from villages, and rush to enemies' islands to destroy the opposing team's bed. Once your bed was broken, you would no longer respawn, and being killed would mean you would be eliminated from the game. Once a team lost all its members, the game was officially over. While certainly not as popular back then, Exumavoid will release a few more videos on Bedwars, adding new maps, features, and some gameplay with friends. But, whilst the game was certainly fun, it definitely had several limitations. For one, the map was made with redstone, meaning it often had system delays and could not be easily reset to start a new game. And two, it was a private map, which could only be played with friends. And it wouldn't be until it was introduced into a server that the true rise of Bedwars would commence. A German YouTuber by the name of GomoHD would begin popularizing the first public multiplayer version of Bedwars on his own public server. GomoHD focused on transforming Bedwars from a simple minigame map into a proper server game mode, with public matchmaking, automated systems, and far smoother gameplay. And for the first time ever, Bedwars became accessible to all. The gameplay was still familiar: defend your bed, gather resources, eliminate enemy teams. But now the game was faster, more replayable, and much more competitive. Throughout 2013 to 2016, Bedwars exploded within the German Minecraft community, quickly rising to the top of the gamers in GomoHD. Many of the classic Bedwars mechanics which we see today, such as island layouts, generators, and rushing strategies, could all be first found on GomoHD. However, due to the language barrier, GomoHD never really took off in the English-speaking scene, instead remaining as a popular game mode in the German community. And so while still not on the global scale, GomoHD had unknowingly laid the foundations of modern Bedwars as we know it, and shown how popular it would be for years to come. The foundations for one server to completely dominate the scene. In 2015, the Hypixel network was one of the biggest Minecraft servers in the world. Known for highly polished minigames and constant innovation, Hypixel rapidly rose to the biggest Minecraft multiplayer server ever. Hypixel wasn't just fun, it revolutionized server experiences as we know it. Hypixel was extremely effective at taking simple ideas and transforming them into long-lasting game modes for years to come. Game modes such as Skywars, Build Battle, and Mega Ball. And so it should come as no surprise that Bedwars was any different. By 2016, Hypixel would implement Bedwars inside of their prototype library, and by 2017, officially name it as part of their permanent game mode. Few Minecraft games could appeal so effectively to a player base. For one, Hypixel maintained a constantly high quality. There was smooth matchmaking, consistent updates and balancing, and a questionable anti-cheat system that worked like 2% of the time. Perhaps the biggest reason for its popularity was because of the creators on YouTube. Creators such as Gamerboy80, Skeppy, and of course Technoblade would blow up across the internet, garnering millions of views with their commentaries, win streak videos, and high-level gameplay. some of the most popular Minecraft content still exists within Bedwars today. So, by the end of 2017, it was clear that Bedwars would only continue growing, but the question was, just how far? As time moved on, Bedwars players began to drastically improve, and I mean like, drastically. Nowadays, a pro in 2017 would consider to be above average at best in today's era. Innovations centering around strategies, technology, and experience within the game would mean Bedwars become more and more competitive and less casual. It wasn't that Bedwars was no longer fun. It was that it was becoming into a sweatfest where only the best of the best could thrive. With more and more players learning skills such as speed bridging, quick hotkeying techniques, and fireball jumping, casual players were quickly being phased out of the community. And because Bedwars rewarded experience and mechanical skills so heavily, the average player found it increasingly difficult to compete against. What initially used to feel casual and relaxing suddenly became an extremely competitive and toxic environment for most. Bedwars' culture itself had changed. What started as a fun map between friends has slowly evolved into one of Minecraft's most mechanically demanding PvP games. And so with that, we come to today. For many, Bedwars is still one of the best games to ever touch the Minecraft community. For some, it remains as a game that is naturally coming to its end. And whilst I certainly don't think Bedwars will ever truly be as popular as it once was, it is undeniable that the impact it has had on the community is nothing short of amazing. Because even after decades of evolution, Bedwars remains as one of the most iconic multiplayer experiences ever created.